Hi, I'm Kristen TenDyke. I am a knit and crochet designer. I'm also a Reiki practitioner and I'm in training to do ancestral lineage healing work. I just want to talk for a minute about the Rebirth knit along that's coming up. So the Rebirth knit along is not just a knit along, it's a ritual of rebirth. There is a physical project that's created, and alongside it, the identity is intended to be reborn into what we consider to be more authentic. So this is done by considering the projects as a tool for self-reflection, to use the projects as a mirror, and to invite the tools and the yarn and whatever is, your project bag, whatever you're using, to invite it all to work cooperatively together for the outcome that you're intending for your rebirth. And by intending the project to be as a mirror, it's a way to perceive the relationships between the tools and the yarn, or the different stitches like the knit stitch and the purl stitch, to observe the relationships and to notice the stories that we tell ourselves about the ways that our tools and stitches and whatnot are relating to each other, because those stories give us some insight as to how we relate to ourselves. And it's interesting also to watch, especially when something weird happens with the project. Like if a stitch is dropped accidentally, to be just considering, it's like, in what way am I in this moment, or in one of my recent days, or in my experience today? How am I dropping myself? Am I not paying enough attention and accidentally slipping off the needle? In what way is that relevant to my own life? And is there anything that I can do to help avoid slipping off my needles? There's a sense of playfulness with this project. It invites us to work cooperatively with our tools as friends, and with the yarn as a friend, and to invite them, to invite their consciousness to work cooperatively with us for the intention of the project. The projects have a story that's written into them about establishing a strong foundation, and the body is the version of ourselves that we already think of ourselves to be, and it helps us to get to know who we think we are throughout the leaf pattern and the oscillating cycles that happen throughout the leaf pattern. The sleeves are considered the parts of ourselves that we hold separate from ourselves. So the parts of ourselves that we don't think we're worthy of having, and also the parts of ourselves that we don't really want to look at and don't consider part of ourselves. And then for the yoke section, the parts that we hold separate from ourselves, the sleeves, and the parts that we consider ourselves to be, the body, join, and eventually they merge into a unified sense of wholeness. And there's also a hat version, if that degree of commitment of identifying and unifying with sleeves is a little intense. You could keep it simple and just intend to get to know yourself by working on the leaf pattern. And then at the crown for the hat, there is a sense of decreasing and releasing whatever isn't needed. So if this sounds like something you might be interested in, the Rebirth Knit Along this year starts on March 21st. It's around a new moon, which is a good time to start new things. And it is a 3-month-long knit along, but you don't have to keep up with the videos and the emails. I actually encourage you to knit as slowly as possible, and to go at your own speed, and to intentionally not try to keep up with the videos. Everything is recorded and it will be emailed to you and available for you to reference at your own speed. This is the second year that I'm doing the Rebirth Knit Along, and it is evolving. This year we have recorded tutorial videos that will be emailed in advance of the live Zoom sessions. So there are live Zoom calls scheduled around the new moon and the full moon for the 3 months of the Rebirth Knit Along ritual. The new moon cycle is a time for starting something new, and the full moon part of the cycle is for releasing and for letting go of the things that aren't needed. So it's a 3-part cycle because it's 3 months long, and it goes through that process 3 times with the moon. There is an intention as part of the ritual to call in a sort of loving support to help hold the process. The support could be something like your relationship with the project itself. We can use the comfort and the anchoring that being in the present moment with the project can bring as a sense of comfort and support for the project, the ritual. Or also if you have a sort of spiritual support network, gods, angels, whatever, ancestors, anything that works for you in your personal life. This isn't designed to be a religious thing or, work with any particular religious model. This rebirth project comes not from any one particular thing that I've been doing with my life, but these areas of study have impacted this project coming into existence. There's some Buddhism influence, and there's animist influence with working with the fibers and the tools. And also I have a working relationship with my ancestors and Reiki. So these areas of study have all impacted this project, and there may be bits of each of them included in it. But the project is not designed to be, exclusively representative of any of those. So if this seems like something you might be interested in doing or following along with, I encourage you to consider for yourself, what does rebirth mean to you? And if you were to have your sense of identity reborn, what would that look like for you in this moment? What aspects of who you already know yourself to be do you want to cultivate and to enhance and have them grow? In what ways could you be more you? And also, sometimes it's helpful to think of the things also that you're willing to let go of. What kinds of things are you ready to leave behind in order for you to be the fullest version of who you could be? So I've put some links in the description. There is an email newsletter. Because this is my 2nd year and the project is still evolving, I am requesting donations only. So if you sign up for the email newsletter list, you will be getting all the videos and the invitations to the Zoom calls at no charge. And then if you choose to participate, I invite you and encourage you to make donations at whatever feels right to you. So thank you for watching and considering joining the Rebirth Knit Along and the Rebirth Ritual.